Hey guys, what's going on? This is Nate. I'm going to do a video to better explain how we funnel troops. No matter what the raid, no matter what kind of attack it is, you always have to consider funneling your troops and how to funnel your troops. And that is very important, and it's something that I'm seeing that we're not doing as well as we could. I mean, it's kind of fundamental, you know. It really should be one of the most basic things that we do when we attack is try to figure out how the base is laid out and how we can funnel the troops to better move them to whatever goal we're trying to achieve from the troop, whether it's a queen walk, gohobi, golaloon, whatever it is. There's always a goal, and to accomplish that goal, we need to properly funnel the troops into the base. So we're going to take a look. The first attack I have pulled up here is from 2 wars ago. I didn't get the 3-star, unfortunately. I got 99%, but it's going to be my first example of funneling troops. So I believe this was a fresh attack, and I thought it was going to be an easy CC lure. That's really what kind of killed me, was it took forever to get the CC troops out. There we go. There is a dragon, but it was archers and a wizard in there. I'm gonna fast forward through killing the dragon because everybody's seen that. Okay. So I dropped one golem. It looks like 4:30, and another one at about 3 o'clock. And at this point, here's a golem. Here's a golem. So my objective is to push my kill squad. I got 6 Valks. I only have a queen. I don't have a king at this point. So I want to push these troops in this direction to get to the heroes. I want to be able to take out the king and the queen. I'm going to use a jump spell to hopefully get into the core. So when you look at this base, yeah, it's a side attack. They're a little bit harder to funnel side attacks, but let's look here. Down here, I have 2 wizards. Then up here, I also have 2 wizards. And what I'm doing is I'm breaking the chain here. If you look at all these trash buildings that are outside of base, you see this ring right here? That ring is made to draw troops away, because if you just drop troops, like say I spam wizards behind, just around the corner, like if I were to take wizards and just go plop, 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 what's going to happen is as they break these center buildings out, they're going to push outward. Same thing with this one, they're going to push outward. And then when I drop my kill squad, there's a good chance, like if these buildings are taken out, there's a good chance if I drop my queen right here that she's going to attack that storage. So it's going to make her walk around instead of walking into the base. So you want to try to do the exact opposite of that. So when you drop your wizards here, I'm taking this out, I'm taking this out. Then what happens? Then my wizards are going to turn, they're going to take that out. These wizards, they're going to be fighting some troops down here, but once they take out this section right here, they've broken the ring. So when my kill squad comes in right here, they'll take out these trash buildings. You want buildings in the middle, because this is what's going to draw your kill squad in. You know, your kill squad needs something to be able to move towards. If there was nothing there, then there's a good possibility that they're going to move outside. But once you break the ring, you can push your kill squad inward. My Valks, my queen, all that are going to just be pushing, taking this all out. I'm going to put a jump spell. If I remember correctly, I put a jump spell right there. And then you see all these buildings, and then it's going to make them go that direction. It'll push it right towards the middle. So let's go ahead and watch this one. Okay, so actually I dropped a couple wall breakers first, and then I put a jump spell towards the middle. But you see how they're taking out all the trash buildings? There's no way that my troops can go outward now. And Valks have a tendency to wander outside along with queens as well. They want to move outside. So there goes a giant bomb. She's stepping up to the queen. But we don't even need to see the rest of the attack because this video is focusing about how to funnel properly. So let's go ahead and watch another attack. Let's see. Let's go down here. There's some good ones up there, but Dan in this war, he used a queen walk, and that's not... That's going to be for another video at another time because it's there's a lot that goes into that. Let's see what B-Dog did. This guy's been killing hog attacks lately, and he's really got the fundamentals down, which is wonderful. He's really been stepping up and been a huge asset as of late. Okay, so he's going to poison. I'm going to speed it up. Okay. So typically, yeah, he's going to come in from the king side. Alright, you see how his wizards... Let's see what they do. Okay, he probably should have dropped one. No, he did a good job. If it was me, I might have dropped one over here just to make sure that everything didn't go out, but knowing that there's a Dark Elixir Storage, which is a high HP building, they typically go down last. And look at this. This is all gone, and this is gone. That forces his king to move right up the middle, and his goal is to go for the enemy king, which he's moving right towards. His king will aggro to the enemy queen or enemy king, and see what happens. That's the goal of his kill squad here, is to kill the enemy king, potentially kill a double giant bomb if there's one behind that archer tower. Job well done. Enemy king is down. He drops some wall breakers in. Uses his ability to take out a couple more defenses before the king dies. Starts with his hogs. And this isn't difficult. This is not something hard. That's why it's concerning when I see this a lot. And I'm going to show an example of what not to do. And I'm not doing this to call anybody out, but I want to show y'all, the effects that it has and show you exactly what I'm talking about. Kills the dragon. Okay, so he's coming in from up here. That's not the best example of funneling, but I mean, it worked. I don't take out the middle buildings, I take the outside buildings out. And I'm going to show you a couple more examples. But it still worked. He got everything he needed. The golem was tanking for him. So let's go to the last war. Nah, I don't want to see that one. I did funnel that one pretty well, but there's better examples. Okay. Alright, here's going to be a good one. Let's fast forward to... Everybody knows how to poison a dragon by now. Stagger 2, poison spells, dragon's dead. Okay. So, here's my golem. Once again... Look what I did here. I have 2 wizards up here, 2 wizards down here, 4 wizards. It's very minimal for my kill squad. It does not take a lot. My golem is tanking these guys. So my king is going to walk straight up the middle. He has nowhere to go. Once these 3 buildings are down, I'm going to drop some wall breakers, and he has no option but to go inward towards the king. Look at that. The buildings went down. I dropped a few more wizards behind him for backup because I wanted to make sure that the king died. But even when he moved around, he still had nowhere to go but inward. And that just kind of shows you the power of how a funnel can work. He killed the king. That was his goal. That was the objective there, was to kill the king, and then they're tanking for my hogs as much as they can. It's as easy as that. That was my attack with my Town Hall 8, and this is as well. Now this one's even a little more tricky. Let's go ahead and poison the dragon. Okay, so I failed on some balloons I was trying to take down out there. Same deal. See, my wizards only use 2 wizards this time. Then 2 more. And I'm breaking the ring. I'm making it where all this is gone. All this is gone. This wizard's going to move down here. This archer tower is being distracted by my golem. So there's absolutely nowhere for my king to go but in the middle. And on this base, there were giant bombs. There was 3 of them, all right here. So I really needed to be able to push into the base to be able to take out that giant bomb. And without funneling properly, I wouldn't have been able to do that. They would have moved around, because actually what's going to happen is my wizards will come in from these angles and kind of help out a little bit as well, if I remember right. I do drop a heal spell to help push them a little further into the base, because the king is further down, and I wanted to get him. So, but either way, the point is the funnel here, the funnel here. You have to watch. If this golem was not tanking these 2 archer towers here, if you were to drop the wizards first over here and over here, they would die. So that's why, if you noticed, at the beginning of the attack, I only dropped wizards up here and up here, because I needed my golem to get deeper into the base to get into the range of these 2 guys. So normally I would try to drop as far out as possible, but I couldn't do that. So that's something you really got to watch for. Look at the defenses. Take your time, scout a base, and figure out the range of your defenses when you're doing that. So by my golem stepping up, it took care of these 2. Then I was able to get my wizards down even deeper and make a bigger cut. I mean, I could drop whatever I want, and I'm 100% confident that it's going to go up the middle, because it has nowhere else to go. It's impossible. And this was a bully attack. Okay, but here's another good example. This is a Town Hall 9. I'm using dragons against it. Doesn't matter the attack. You still have to funnel. You still need to break the ring. And you can see the way I'm starting here. Let me pause it for a second. The way I'm starting is I drop my king here. I dropped a dragon here. What it's doing, I'm breaking the ring. So when I drop my dragons from this angle right here, I drop from multiple angles, they're going to push towards this core, and that's where I need them to go, because that's where my that's where my air defenses are. So it doesn't matter the attack. You don't spam troops. There's always a reason and a idea behind where your troops go. We don't spam troops. So they're cutting the funnel. And here comes my dragons. And they're going to run right up the middle. I dropped 2 on the outside because they have high HP storages, so I wanted to get them outside, but You see the spells coming down. All the dragons are kind of in a similar location. I brought some back-end hogs to take out that last air defense, even though I was way late on it. I still get them. But it did. I mean, this was a Town Hall 7, so it wasn't really, it is what it is. We needed it for the war, so I took it. And I'm not a dragon attacker by no means, but I know how to funnel. And when you know how to funnel, it doesn't matter what attack you're using, it'll work. So there it goes. That was that one. I do want to try to find... Okay, I'm going to show you an example of it not working. And I just saw this attack. This is by one of our better attackers, so for him not to funnel right, it's not common, but it happens. Alright, you see that? Right there. Drops a golem, which is perfect because it actually takes out a giant bomb, and this is a hog attack, so that's beautiful. But he wants to come in right here. He wants to drop some wall breakers, and he wants to get into that base and try to get the enemy queen after the king. So what did he do? He dropped wizards right behind his golem. He dropped them here, and they're going to be hitting here. So what does that do? After they kill the king, when you start dropping troops later, they're going to want to do this. They're going to push to the outside. They're going to want to go to the left and to the right. They're not going to want to go up the middle. So let's watch what happens. Enemy king aggroes onto the golem. And his king even went inward to the... what's it called? To the king. That was the only reason his king went inward, but watch his queen. Watch that P.E.K.K.A. And those are two of the worst troops for moving outside. For whatever reason, P.E.K.K.A.s, queens, and Valks just do not want to go inward. You really have to coax them. So all of his wizards went outside. His queen and his P.E.K.K.A. went outside. And he did not achieve his goal of getting further into the core and killing some defenses along with the enemy queen. So now he's got 29 hogs and 3 heal spells to pretty much go after a full Town Hall 9. Like, there's only these small amount of defenses right here, that and that. Those are the only defenses that his kill squad took. Now his hogs have to take the rest of the brunt by going after the queen. The queen is going to chew up his hogs, and then all the defenses to go along with it. So his kill squad failed essentially. And let's start this one from the beginning again. Now right here, if he would have taken a wizard, put it up there, moved his wizards out some to about right there, what will happen is the wizard will take that and then take this. These wizards will clear possibly these 2 buildings, and then you have these 3 buildings right here in the middle. These buildings will draw his queen, his king, his wizards, whatever he's got, Valks, P.E.K.K.A. It's going to move everything. And what's going to happen next? If you break the wall, if this wall gets broken right here, and the last spot that these troops are at are right here, they're going to move inward. Yeah, it's a little risky. I might have moved down to here just because this edge has that gold mine in there, which could potentially draw them outward. But it could still be done. If it was me, I would drop the golem right there, possibly wizards here, and then there's no chance. I mean, you're right in the middle of the wall. You're funneled the outside. There's no chance of it going outside. So keep that in mind. I really need you guys to focus on funneling your troops and ask yourself, what is your objective of your kill squad? Where does your kill squad need to go? When you figure that out, then it kind of helps you decide on how to funnel, how to use outside buildings. Don't destroy these buildings. Use them. They don't need to go down right away. Your king and your queen can take them down as they're pushing into the core. Don't drop your wall breakers too early and push your golem inward, because then when your golem goes in and you still have these buildings out here, your king and queen are beating on these high HP storages out here, and your golem's going to be inside and getting torn up by this. So keep that in mind. Just it takes practice, it takes timing, but keep it in mind and give it a shot, give it a good practice. When you're not in war, and always remember that funneling is essential for any attack you do. Doesn't matter. There's never a point at this juncture where we are in the game. There's never going to be a point where you just spam troops. Everything's deliberate. Your troops are going to go in a certain direction. Even if it's an Asian wall, you're still like an Asian wall with hogs where you just kind of hold your finger and drag it along. You still are kind of funneling them in a way, but there's never a point where you're just going to spam troops. But keep that in mind. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions about this or if you want to see any other videos. I'm always here to help you guys out whenever you need it. But let me know, and I will talk to you guys later on. Bye.